Hi guys, it's Aswat again, and I'm going to talk about the movie called The Accountant. It stars Ben Affleck. The story is about a hero who is also autistic, and he kicks ass. And that's I don't want to reveal a bit more because how the plot is and whatnot. Because if I do, then I will spoil the movie to you. But I'll be honest with you, the movie is amazing. I like Ben Affleck character here. I like the storyline. Um, I enjoyed myself fully. I think the action is good, the story is good, acting wise is good, and I'm giving this movie a very high recommendation and high marks because the movie is also about autism, and that's surprising because when I went into the cinema, I read the Rotten Tomatoes review that give it a movie about 50-50 chance and stuff like that. And when I was invited to see the movie, I went to see not really going feeling not really going to like it, or it's just not putting any serious thought about this movie at all. But when I saw this movie, it really surprised me because it was amazing. It was shockingly good, and I was impressed from start to end. The movie had a strong theme throughout about autism, and I think the biggest reason I identify with it is because I myself, when I was growing up, I had similar disabilities. I had autism, but not in it's a minor form of autism. And what I went through and what the character went through is similar. No, I didn't become king ass, but I do some of the things that people who have autism goes through. The character in this movie also experienced them, and that's really nice because for the first time I was thinking like, for the first time I identified with Ben Affleck character in any movie, because the even though the story is about this guy who is an accountant but also king ass, and then the story is about who he is, what he's about, and it really feels like a superhero movie without a superhero flying. It's really that good, and I feel touched by it because it even though it's a fictional movie, it's about it's an action movie. The when it touches on autism, when it touches on the background of what he went through, what his family went through, and then how it affects everybody around autism, people who have autism, it's so true, and it could have become an indie movie in that respect if they don't put the action scenes. Because I went through the same thing. I think families who have autistic child go through the same thing. I can identify with a lot of it in here. Like myself, my mom really took care of me really well because I'm different, and give me time and focus so that I could become functioning and normal and stuff like that. So but no, a lot of the people around me at the time when I was growing up couldn't accept it, and then because in my country, and autism wasn't really not really people understood what it's about, and that's and in my country, even the message of this movie, even the message was like, the characters in this movie, they also talk about not 1 out of 8 people have autism, and it's like also a little bit of PSA public service announcement kind of thing where they explain about autism. Even that is just minor, you know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people doesn't understand it yet, still. So my movie, this movie really talks about it in depth, and I really enjoy it. And I find it's good when a movie, you know, when it really shed light on the character, on the condition of anybody. You know, 1 out of 8 people can have autism, and actually, if you have proper training, you can be normal and you can lead normal life. And I'm not focusing so much on the Ben Affleck becoming a superhero or hitman or a super accountant, whatnot, but just talking about you can be normal. You know, you can, you know, it's you can be you can carry yourself in society. You can, you know, as normal as you can. And I really like that message in this movie. I really enjoy it, and I think it's really strong. It's very brave. It's very cool concept that they actually went into it and shed light on it. I even cried at the scene because they reveal the motive, his motives and whatnot near the end of the movie, so you get better understanding. I do actually shed tears some scenes, and I also laugh at some scenes because the movie is awesome. I was surprised because I never even thought that it could reach that level, and it did. And I give it such a high score immediately when after I saw this movie. I give it 9.5 out of 10. That's really high. I wanted to give it a 10 out of 10, but you know, it's not perfect, but I have to be honest with you, it really is good and impressive. So I give The Accountant 9.5 out of 10. Really good movie. It's a really good action movie. Ben Affleck really delivers. I like the actor who played him as a child. You know, if they have focused on the storyline of him as a kid, it could have become an indie movie about family dealing with autism. And it's true, you know. You know, when I see it, I can identify some of the people who have autism hard to socialize because, and then their brain chemical think in an accelerated way, and you know there's a lot of discussion about that in the movie about what is autism, and it's also show how it affects the family, his I don't want to but one of his parents cannot accept him, one of the parents can accept him. So I experienced the same thing. I also gone through. I seen family people who cannot accept me. I can see people who can accept me. So because of that, it's really refreshing. It's really good. This is definitely my Blu-ray purchase, definitely. So that's my review of this great movie called The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck. And I hope there is a sequel. I hope there is a series of it that touches on the topic like autism, because it's real and people, you know, people can get to know, can understand it better, you know, because when people don't understand things, people tend to hate things, and people tend to sideline things, or even worse, torture, or you know, bully and whatnot, because they don't understand it. I gone through things like that, and you know, my mom was a good protector when I was a kid, but she also understood that one day I need to take care of myself. She also trained me to take care of myself. I think this when I went through that, and then I was so touched when the movie also showed that the character also went through the same process, like his father trained him to protect himself because he know that one day he can't. So yeah, I mean, it's really is good. It really is touching, moving, action packed and enjoyable movie. So yeah, I know this is a long-winded review because I feel so strongly about this movie, and that's my review of The Accountant. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace.